Pointed! Ferry's not moving. There's no cars well, it's not a lot. No, there's no cars. I don't know what the schedule is. I know the schedule of this one, though. There's still like 3 signs that says to Alaska there. I emailed them one time. They never answered sometime last year to see if I could do some programs using the outside here. And maybe a little bit of the inside if the weather is extremely bad. Never got an answer. You know, you're very similar, Mr. Kearney and cabinet ministers, MPs, to the USA government in this way, not getting a straight answer, or even an answer that reflects having read and understood the English or French language. On my way here, I see a lot of signs that are wrong, you know, that the city put up. You can't expect much from the government when it comes to, they have the job. Nobody is encouraging each other to do a good job. They're just kind of supporting each other not to lose a job, and even to get more jobs when they already have a job. That's what they're doing. There's people that have too many jobs just so they can buy things, not things they need, because the jobs could go to people that need to buy things and they don't have the money for it. But anyways, I wanted to say that, you know, there's a phenomenon, you probably suffer from it, that says, you know, if a biological creature is older than another one, it must have more wisdom or maturity or things like that. And I've documented how dating women my age from different countries is the immaturity level was demoralizing. Sometimes you meet, let's say, girls in their 20s and they had decent parents. Maybe one was a engineer, the other a professor or something like that. And often they came from another country, and then they would have more maturity, and I'd be attracted to that person. Which some people would think, hey, we're keeping an eye on you. You're interested in somebody in their 20s because they're more mature than somebody your age. So let's say I'm Prime Minister and I seek advice. And I seek advice based on, wisdom and maturity levels. And it relates, let's say, to the environment, to what's happening around the world. You know, refugees, wars, human rights. The paradigm that is the actual world, but not the fictional world of economics. The actual real world of, physics, chemistry, biology. Well, let's say we're related to environment. Who do you think I would ask to consult with between, what's his name? Gilbert, the French guy used to be the minister. I knew his name earlier today. Minister of Environment, or Greta Thunberg, Greta. Of course I'd ask Greta. And of course, if I was a prime minister, I'd be judged. Why? I'd be judged by my peers who probably wanted me to become prime minister because of certain qualities I have. And they don't realize other qualities I have is knowing to ask Greta and not Stephen Guilbeault. Oh, there you go. And I knew, because it was in my mind before I finished my sentence. And of course, that's a wise decision as a prime minister to ask her, because she knows so much more. She can explain so much more. She's done so much more at a much earlier age than he has. Sure, I think he got arrested one time or something. Hey, come on. She probably got arrested in multiple countries before he became an MP. Come on. And she understands system science. She understands how to make decisions based on priorities of understanding these system sciences. Can't rely on Stephen Guilbeault. He's been in politics too long. He's been in economics too long. So, plus the maturation process, right? She came from a depression about the state of the human condition and the environment, the biosphere. And she had decent parents that supported her, and she overcame. Plus, last time I heard her speak English, I think it was about a month ago, online is, no offense, but her English is better, or at least more pleasant to listen to, and doesn't need a script. than Stephen Guilbeault at this point, and she's very young. If I met her compared to meeting Stephen Guilbeault, and this is not an attack to him. I don't know if it's still recording here.